Hey guys, today's problem is implement string. So it's a C language class strStr, and in Java we have a function called indexOf. Sorry, this is also a function, not class. So this indexOf function returns uh, index of a string inside another string. So for example, this is one string hello, and we are finding this substring inside this string, and it will return the index of this substring. So here 0 1 and 2, so 2 is the starting index of the substring ll, and that's why it will return 2. Suppose we could not find this substring inside this main string, or what we can say is the needle inside the haystack, then we'll return -1. And there is one more case here, which is if the needle is empty, then we'll return 0. Okay, so let's first check the companies. So recently Amazon, Microsoft, Bloomberg and Apple is asking this question. Okay, so yeah, let's get started. So the question is very straightforward and simple, and we just need to check few conditions. The idea is, let's say I have one string hello and I want to find ll, then there will be one pointer called I, which will be at first place, and I will have the length of the substring, or what we can say needle, right? And let's say its length is n, then I'll first have I at 0th position, and let's say n is 2, then I will check these two character, and we can also say a substring, and I will check this substring with the needle. So I will check whether he double equals to ll or not, and if it's not, then I will just increment I, and I will again check whether el is double equals to ll or not. Here I is 0, here I is 1, and then I'll come to ll when I is 2, and this time I found ll equals to ll, then I'll just return the index 2. Now I'll just go until here. Suppose we are searching for allo, right? So what happens is, suppose we have I, we have substring, and we have needle, right? So what happens is, the needle is allo, so again length will be 2, so I will be 0, substring will be he, and needle will be always hello. So this is not happening. Let's say 1 el, and again hello is not the right substring or right needle. el sorry ll, and then again we are checking with hello. Again hello is not the needle we are finding, and then I will be 3, and this time the substring will be hello, which is equal to the needle we are finding, and will return 3. But suppose even in this case we could not find, let's say we have at the end f, then the substring will be f, and we could not find the needle, then we won't go to 4, because the fourth index after that, the the substring length will be less than the needle length, and it is obvious that we won't find anything, so we won't go there. So that's why let's start with taking lengths of haystack and needle. So let's say h is equal to haystack length and n is equal to needle dot length. And let's first check few conditions. Let's first check the third condition. So if n equals to 0, we should return 0. And if n is greater than h, it means the needle length is greater than the haystack length, and will return -1. And now we can start with the for loop. So integer I is equal to 0, I is less than haystack minus n plus 1, which means if this is the head haystack, it means its size will be 5 and needle size will be 2. So our this condition's value will be 5 minus 2, which is 3, plus 1, which is 4. So until I is less than 4, which means we are going from 0 to 3. Okay, and I plus plus. And if haystack dot substring I and I plus n dot equals to needle, then we'll just return I. Otherwise at the end we will return -1. Okay, let's remove this and try running it. If n is equal to I think semicolon is missing. Okay, let's try other examples too. Okay, and let's submit it. Okay, I have never seen 698 ms, but still it's faster than 38.66%. Now it is possible that from the description we might think that we don't want to use substring. So in that case, instead of using substring, we can use another for loop to check the needle substring is present in haystack or not. And in that case we need to go through character by character. So even we can solve that here. So for that we will have two for loop. So again let's take the example of hello. So the first for loop will be the I for loop, which will go from H to O, and then there will be one J for loop. So J for loop will be inside the I for loop, and what it will do is it will start from the ith position and go till the length of the needle. So basically again it is just checking the substring. So what it will do is it will first check H is equal to L or not. If it is not, then it will just break the loop, otherwise it will continue the loop. So we can take it as example, and we can do that here. So let's say again the needle is equal to ll, and haystack is equal to hello. Okay, so hello is here, and initially what will be the case is, let's write it in this way, I, j, and condition matches or not. So condition. Okay, so initially I will be 0, and then again j will be 0. So j is checking whether h is equal to l or not. So in this case it's not, so then it will be false, and it will break the loop, and I will be 1, j will be again 1 because j follows I, and in this case it will check whether e equals to l or not, which is again false, so it will break the loop and will go to second position where I is equal to l and j is again l. Oh, so in this case the j is 2 and it's a true. Now what happens is I remains 2, but j goes to the third position, and it checks whether l is equal to l or not, and if it's the l, then it will be true, and in that case j has reached the end of the needle. It means it will return the ith position, because that's the starting of the needle. So we can implement that here. So we will have for loop for integer I is equal to 0, and we won't put any condition here because we will use a break statement and other things to break this loop. So otherwise this loop will be infinite loop, so we need to make sure that we use some kind of condition to break this loop. Again here I am not putting any condition for now, and I am using j++. Now we have few conditions. So if j equals to needle dot length, it means we have found the needle in the haystack, and we can return I. Okay, then we have another condition. So this is the best case scenario. Now what if I plus j is equal to haystack dot length? In that case we will like to return -1. It means we have reached to the end of the haystack, but still some portion of the needle is left. So for example the needle is OM, LLOM, and we are starting from here, this position, and we have reached till the O, which is the end of haystack, but still M is left in the needle. In that case we did not find the needle and will return -1. And there is one more scenario where needle dot character at j is not equal to haystack dot character at I plus j, and in this case we will break the loop. So remember, when we use this break statement, it will just break this j loop, and the I loop will keep going on. So this is the condition where Suppose the needle is again LL, and we are starting from here, and we saw that H is not equal to L, then it will break. Again we saw that E is not equal to L, it will break this one, and for that we are using this statement. Okay. Yeah, and we can try running it. We need to remove these things. Okay, so it accepted all the solutions, and let's try submitting it. So I think I expected this in the time limit exit, because when we were using substring function, the time was 698 millisecond, and now we are checking it character by character, and obviously that won't be as good as pre-written Java code. But this is still the solution. Maybe it won't work in the LeetCode, but in the real life, if you would like to use this example, it's still fine. Yeah, that's it for this video. If you have any questions or better solution, even if you are going through character by character and it is not exceeding time limit, let me know. Please put it in the comments, and share this video. Even if you are not solving the LeetCode by coding it, you can still watch these videos and prepare for the interviews and other stuff. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.